ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Santa's Workshop. And we again have Austin G in the house.
Hello.
How you
Back
doing,
again.
Austin?
A little warm, honestly. It's
It is warm.
Oklahoma weather. Gotta hate it.
Yeah, we're going to have to change our timeline of when we work.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 o'clock in the morning is no longer cool. 10 o'clock this morning, it's what, in the 80s already?
Right now we're looking at 80 something and still air. Like inside the shop right now, probably feeling like about 80.
Yeah, or more.
Yeah, or more.
Well, today we are going to get Mr. Jim's cab. As you can see, we've got some surface rust underneath here. What I want to do is I'm going to build we got a piece of plywood there. We got some jack stands. We got a 2x6. I want to cut that 2x6 to lay right on top of these jack stands. These jack stands will go up under the edge of the cab where we have an actual bracing there. And we're going to use that as a pivot point to lay this cab back gently onto these jack stands so we can get the underside of this cab sanded down. And I'm going to use the Pour 15 rust encapsulator on all this surface rust. Then I will be painting this area here down under the cab, the satin black that's on the frame. That way, when this goes on the frame, it don't come back off.
Not for a good long time.
Well,
About
hopefully over my lifetime.
100 years or so would be good.
That'll work. That'll work.
Yours and mine. That way, doesn't have to come back around.
But we get this thing cleaned up underneath and get that rust encapsulator in it. We shouldn't have to worry about rust ever again. So we're going to get this laid back. Don't know how far we're going to get on it today because, as I said, it is getting hot.
Yeah, and the wind's starting to slow down as well.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal today. I think it's supposed to hit 90.
Yeah, we're supposed to have rain tomorrow, so we're getting a heat wave right now.
Oh, yay.
That's
yay.
That's the beauty of Oklahoma weather. When it rains, it gets really hot before that.
Yep. But it gets really nice and cool.
Oh, it's so pretty when it rains.
Okay, so we're going to get busy. We're going to set this thing. I think I'm going to take it upstairs and set it up there. Oh, and I want to give a shout out to Benchmark Braces. They have hooked me up on some sandpaper, which we're going to be using on this cab. And I'm going to put some links down below to their products. Guys, check them out. They have a phenomenal product, which is probably, well, I would say it is even cheaper than Harbor Freight. Hate to name drop like that, but I mean, sadly, it's true.
I mean, if it comes down to the fact of like you're using 15 sheets of one Harbor Freight stuff, it just falls apart. It disintegrates.
Well, no, I want to show you something. Let's see here. I thought I had a full Harbor Freight in here. Right there is practically a full Harbor Freight roll. Now let's go in here. Austin, hang on to that. That is 80 grit Harbor Freight. This is 80 grit Benchmark Braces. $20, $26.
That's way better.
That's way better. And so far, using this stuff, this
stuff disintegrates.
Yeah, this stuff don't. This is almost as good, if not better, than 3M Gold. So, yeah, Benchmark Braces, thank you. And to the guys who won the drawing, I promise I'm going to get that stuff out to you. I'm still trying to figure out the cheapest way to send it overseas. I've got 2 that I have to send overseas. And from what I found out, it was going to be $30 each to send them overseas. But they told me that there's cheaper ways to do it, so I'm going to look into it. So for a guy with no money, that's going to take a bit, but I promise y'all will get it. So let's get busy. All right, we got this thing on its back, and we can see what I got to work with here. I want to, not the most stable thing, but it's got jack stands under all four corners, so it should not be going nowhere. But this gets me where I can get this rust fairly easy. But I want to look what I found out. I actually had never looked under here. This thing has already been undercoated. Look at this. It is just beautiful. Now there's a few spots, like right here, and this seam right here. I'm going to get that pour 15, and we're just going to go over this. And that pour 15 is going to match this finish, so I don't have to redo it. But up here, we're going to get this sanded, get this all cleaned up, and we're going to get that pour 15 on it and get that sealed. So that's what today's video is going to be. So Austin, let's get busy. Times of a YouTuber, I didn't hit record on the camera. But anyway, life happens, doesn't it, Austin?
Indeed. You got a microphone on there?
I've got one here in my pocket. Just talk loud.
All right.
We got our
Covers? Flaps?
yep, our, what do you call those? A-frame flaps.
I like flappy things better.
You like flappy things better.
Yeah, rubber flappy things.
Rubber flappy things.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're going to call them A-frame hole covers.
Good enough.
Yeah, Chris from Racine, Wisconsin. Thank you, sir. And I want you to check this out, Austin. He sent a full interior screw kit as well. So when I do the carpet and stuff in the interior, if I'm missing any, if I got some,
Find any that are slightly even rusty.
if I find any screws that are screwed,
Yeah.
we got what
Perfect.
we need. So, Chris, thank you again. Thank you. Yeah, this thing, I think all I got left to do is front and rear main seal in that transmission, put it on that engine. We get that other other exhaust manifold fixed, we'll be ready to drop this thing in. Oh my goodness, I am so ready for that.
That'll be nice.
So ready. Could you put those back in there?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. But we got Mr. Jim's cab. We got the rust encapsulated with Pour 15. And I was not expecting this. I mean, honestly, I have not looked under here. I was not expecting it to be fully undercoated and that pristine. Which is absolutely wonderful for me. But we got all this other stuff encapsulated. So now all I got to do is bolt this thing onto the frame, and it's on there. Yep, it's not dry yet. You just hush, Austin.
All right. I'll keep silent.
Oh my goodness.
I say before we get her bolted on the frame, we'll take her outside and pressure wash.
Yes, that's going to be the next thing. We need to have a wash day. I need to wash this. I need to wash the Caballero. I need to wash the Corvette. So yeah, we're going to have another play in the water day.
Yay! I'll grab the keys.
Okay, I might not be here. All right, everybody. Take a look down in here. Boy, those sure made a difference. Again, thank you, Chris. That thing is just calling for a motor, isn't it, Austin?
It really is.
And I am so ready to get it in there. We got Mr. J's cab. We got it or rust encapsulated. That's what the technical term for that stuff is a rust encapsulator. It seals it in. Alrighty, Austin. I guess that's it, isn't it?
I think for today, yeah.
Yeah, it's
nuclear in here right now.
yeah, it's horrendous. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and rearrange my sleep schedule so I can be out here at 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because it's just this way, and it ain't even June yet. That's tomorrow. But, alrighty. Well, Austin, thank you for coming up again.
My pleasure.
I appreciate you, brother. And thank you all for joining us. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, hit that subscribe button. We will see you next time. Santa's Workshop.